Zen fam! So, little update video for you on the fundraising for the convention down south, the Clash of Gamers. Okay, so as it stands currently, I have been speaking with the organiser. The organiser said that obviously he wants to help me with the travel, which is groovy. Apparently I will get the press pass for the event, which is a big part of it, because if I can't actually go to the event while I'm down there, then that kind of kills the whole point of the video of me being down there. And he's even said that apparently I can crash his girlfriend's house. Now I don't know if that's still going to hold, so it's a bit tricky now. So basically, as you'll see here, hang on, wrong side of the screen, right, the fundraiser has actually been quite successful. I've gotten most of the money required. Now I can probably make it work on this amount. Obviously if I could hit the 200, that'd be fantastic. All this money in 2 separate batches is now actually automatically shipped to my account. I didn't actually press anything. GoFundMe pressed it. They basically went, alright, you've not had any donations for a few days, so we're just sending you the money right now. And I was like, okay. And they didn't even give me an ability to set a thingy to have it come at a particular time. And the only thing they ever sent me before that was saying that if you don't draw it out by August, it will all get sent back to the people that donated. And I was like, well, I'm definitely going to be doing that before then, so that's not really an issue. And I left it as was, and came back a couple of days ago to see that 4 people had donated that amount of money. Now, different amounts for different people, but still, I am extraordinarily grateful to those people. I say thank you. You know, it's like you're awesome members of the Zen fam that came through, and apparently one of those people is even the event organizer himself, who has just turned out over and over and over again to just be an epic dude. Seriously, if you're in the Leicester area or you're near Leicester, then I think this convention is going to be an absolute stoter. So I would encourage you to buy tickets, and if you know any vendors that are looking for a new thing to go and do, go and on his Facebook, he is looking for vendors for the convention. So if you know any vendors or you are a vendor, get in touch with the guy. Seriously. So obviously the accommodation is still a thing in process. I mean, that's primarily what the money is for. It's for accommodation and then obviously sustenance, because, you know, I'm a human. However, if it does prove to be the case that I do get to crash at the guy's house, then the money will actually, aside from being used for eating, will still get ploughed into stuff for the channel. One of the things I'm thinking about doing with the money, and obviously I will defer to you guys because it's your money, it's not my money. I didn't make this money, you guys made this money and graciously gave it to me. So what I'm thinking of doing, if the money ends up not having to be spent on accommodation, if I do get to stay at the organiser's girlfriend's house, which the more I say that, the more unrealistic it sounds, but I'm sure that I'm just overanalyzing, because I do that. Then that spare money left over will get formed through into a passport, and that passport will be used, hopefully, so then I can go to Gamescom. Now, I would dearly love to go to Cologne, Germany for Gamescom. I'm thinking going next year. This year would be too short a notice and stuff. But next year, yeah. So I'm thinking that if I have the passport set up for that, and then, oh sorry, I'm stuck in my teeth. I have the passport set up and ready to roll, which apparently a passport these days, even if you already have a passport, and mine is extraordinarily old, it's from when I was 18 and I'm 50, so you can do the math on that. Apparently it's 110 quid for a new passport. And then I have to go to the local post office, fill in some forms, have somebody to speak for me who's known me for a zillion years and also has a passport. I've got a couple of mates like that, so that's not an issue. The money obviously is. So I would have the passport, and then probably, if that does turn out to be the case, at some point in the new year, I would do another GoFundMe, obviously with your guys' backing, to raise money for accommodation and flights and internal travel within Germany, because I don't think there's an airport in or near Cologne. I think I have to get to somewhere in Germany and then take one of their very efficient trains to Cologne and then stay in Cologne. I think there's a bus service that's put on specially in Cologne and all the local near the local hotels and stuff that actually take a lot of the convention goers to and from the event. So I don't think I'm big enough as yet to actually get press pass for Gamescom. I think I would only be able to go as an average person. Obviously I would be going to make content, as I've done in the days when I went to conventions before I was able to get press passes for them. Obviously these are much smaller events, like the first time I went to Resonate. The first time I went to Resonate, I did not have a press pass. All subsequent trips to Resonate, of course I did, as I have done with anime and gaming convention, both Glasgow and Edinburgh, as I did the last, was it 1 or 2 Glasgow Gamescoms? Yeah, last 2 Glasgow Gamescoms I did do that, but the first couple I did not have a press pass. Yeah, so things are progressing, things are doing nicely, so once again, thank you to those lovely people out there in the Zen fam who did donate. Your money will not go to waste, it will be accounted for. And obviously I'll try and post things about what I'm getting up to while I'm down there. And there will be posts about how the money is getting spent. And whatever money, if there is money left over of a significant value, then that will get funneled into a passport. Unless you have a better idea and you think of something that you actually really want me to get for the channel. Like if you want me to get, I don't know, maybe like a different set of radio mics, because the radio mics I did have for the Edinburgh convention, they were brand new. The wife got me them for Christmas, and they are cool, but the range of them isn't very good. I mean, literally, if I'm over here and I go over about another half screen again, that was about the broadcast length of those microphones. That's why the camera angle was so close on those interviews in the Edinburgh convention video, because if I went much further away than that, the mics weren't picking up. And I didn't want to rely on the ambient sound pickup of the onboard microphone of the phone. Not that my phone's any slouch. I mean, it's the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. Admittedly, I would love the Mark 6, but I don't have 1,300 quid to throw around. Now, some of you are probably going, well, why don't you have a GoFundMe to get a better phone camera then? Like, why don't you do that for the Xperia 6? Because I'm not going to try and get 1,300 quid at you guys. That would just be ridiculous. Now, if I was a much larger YouTuber, then I would think about such a thing, because there'd be a greater pool of people to, propose that to. There'd be a greater body of people to spread the cost out. But a grand tree? No, I'm not going to do that to you guys. That just wouldn't be fair. I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and save up gently in the background. Although in this current economy, I don't see that happening. I think I'm going to be with my Sony Xperia Mark II for at least another year or two before I can even think about upgrading my phone. Even though I totally am able to. I mean, I paid my phone off like 2 years ago. But, I only ever do contract. And I like to buy my phone off in a oneer or buy it off on contract. I prefer the oneer option if I can, because as you'll know yourself, when you have a phone on contract, you're paying the value of the phone and extra every single month. So if you buy a phone for like 1,300, it would probably be closer to 1,500, 1,550. That would actually be the amount payments, because phone company provider have to make their slice of profit. that's just the world we live in. But anyway, so most of the money is there, 165 quid. I was projecting about 150 to do things, bumped it up to 200 because somebody in the comments said, dude, you're going to need more than that. I thought, yeah, you're right, so I bumped it up to 200. It might be a bit tight depending on whether or not the organiser's girlfriend is able to have me in her house and she's okay with that, and that's just not something that he thought of on the spur of the moment and then said to his girlfriend, and she said yeah, and then we'll change her mind. I don't know, I'm not in that situation, so it's all in flux right now. So in a couple of days I'm actually going to get in contact with the organiser's convention, who apparently is subscribed to this channel. So he'll probably see this video anyway. Hey dude! And yeah, so this is just an update video, just keeping you guys in the loop, because that's what I do. I keep you guys in the loop because you're my Zen fam, I look after you. I don't just like make videos, I don't think about my community. I mean, hell, you know that, like, anytime any of you ever comment, I'm straight in that comment section and I answer you back. And pretty much almost every comment will get a heart. Because I love you guys. That sounds so corny. Okay. Love you and leave you. You know the drill. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. And of course, as always, aye, nae bother.